Hello, hello. I know I'm early, but I'm just sitting here, so I kind of I kind of just want to get started. I'll start off with a fun little anecdote, like a fun little story. It's not really a fun little story. It's just me complaining. I really wanna. Hello. Wait, let's do this one. I really want to go to Paradise, but I don't want to drive to Paradise. It sucks. Paradise has probably the most visible baby red panda ever. I don't know. I see so many photos of this baby red panda being carried around by its mom. Like it's like every photographer in the world that I follow was somehow at Paradise while that was happening, or it just happens all the time. I don't know, but because at first I was like, I don't want to go all the way to Paradise to stand there for an entire day and not see anything. But now I'm starting to have this thing of like, if I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna regret it. But also, I don't want to pay like 50 euros for gas and drive for 3 hours to maybe get a picture of Red Panda, even if it's more likely than not. I don't really feel up for that. And I could try it here. I could try it at Auerhans. I could try it at Avifauna, which is a lot closer, like both of those zoos. I might have a solution for that. Uh-oh. Because at Amersfoort, I'm not sure I can take good pictures of it. And I'm not sure if... Where's the other... There's another... It was another baby red panda, I feel like. But now I want to know about Ibn's solution. I'm too curious. But now it is officially time to get started with the stream. So let's get started with the stream. Um, so, we are at the entrance of the home of Habre. And as you could see from the title and the thumbnail, I did a thing that I said I wouldn't do. For the past couple of streams, I've been saying that we're not going to do the signage for the Nepal area. And I've not done all of the signage. I've done most of the signage for the Nepal area. I just had this itch of wanting to do it. Basically, it all started last week when I had my date over. And I was playing Planet Zoo. I was building in Keypark while she arrived. So I was like, hey, do you want to see the Planet Zoo thing I'm working on? So I gave her a little tour. And the very first thing she said was she made fun of like the placeholder black sign with white text thing that I had. And then I felt very called out. So that would like laid the foundation of wanting to do it. And then I think the next evening I was like, man, what if I just make like a template that I can put on there to make it look slightly more presentable? But then I made the template and then I was like, oh, but I have some pictures already that I can put on there. Oh, but I can do this and this as well. Oh, and then it was like 4 a.m. Was it 4 a.m.? I think it was close to 4 a.m. And I had made like almost half of the signs. And then on Sunday, I was like, I'm gonna just spend the morning making the rest and I'll call it quits. And then I spend the entire morning, afternoon, and evening working on all the signs. So I ended up spending a bit more time on this as I intended. Probably if I hadn't done that, the Nepal area would be done by now. But instead, we're gonna maybe finish it today. So um, yesterday I went to both Zoológico Lisboa and the Oceanarium. The zoo was very interesting. Oceanarium was amazing. I've heard it is architecturally amazing. What's your opinion on the species that got shown in the Zoopedia? The artwork looks great. The canvas block is nice. How many hours? Well, I just said I worked on it from 9 a.m. till 11 p.m. basically on Sunday, plus another evening from like, I don't know, 11 p.m. till 4 a.m. or something. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Um, the zoo has some pretty concerning habitats. But it was pretty okay. Interesting. I can see I have a Discord message. I don't know why my phone isn't showing it. All right, it's not important. All right. So, anyway, so let's have a look at these signs that I made. So we're starting off over here at the entrance where we have Welcome to Nepal. And you can see this is basically the style that I went for. We have this white border, then this red top for the red panda. My music is muted again. Oh, that is annoying. How did I fix that last time? Did I How did I fix that last time? I think I went to properties. And I clicked the exact same thing again. No, that didn't. Maybe this one? There, that should fix it. I think that might be a better setting. Alright. So, we've got... Welcome to Nepal. So, yeah, the red top for the red panda. Then we've got like a Nepal or Indian-like font. So it's not actual... I don't know what the characters would sound like. What you would call those. It's not kanji, that's a German, what? Japanese thing. Okay, by the way, if you see me rubbing my eyes, please call me out on it, because I really shouldn't be. I made spicy food today, and I cut some peppers, and I really should not be touching my eyes. Because I think it's still spicy. I think my fingers are still spicy. It's mainly my left hand, though. So probably I'll be fine if I do stuff with my right hand. Anyway, road to the home of Habre. I'm not going to read out all the signs. If you want, you can... Wait, you don't pause the stream. That will desync everything. But, hey, Goron. Oh, what is it this time even? Do I need to check my Discord again? I think there's something in your eye. Oh, let me use my left hand to find out. Also, hello, Noah. Hello, everyone. I'm not gonna read out all the signs because I'm just gonna find typos and want to fix them. So we're not gonna do that. But another thing I did since in the last stream, we did finish the the Hanuman Langer enclosure. Over here, by the way, I also made this sign real quick just to put it back because we had a sign here that said best pet shop in India from back when this was an India area or just a general Asia area. I can be real talk sometimes. Yes, you can. So I changed it into Tala, and I realized this is not intentional. The previous iteration of this sign had an intentional typo. It said best pest stop. It said best pest shop, because I found a sign somewhere in Google Street View that said that, and I thought it was really funny. And now, when I was writing this sign, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't put intentional typos. It's kind of like not, it's not very nice towards Indian people or Nepal people in this instance. And then I made an accidental typo. So I accidentally typed best pet stop, which is kind of funny. And it kind of works. It's the best stop for pets in Tala. So I guess I'm keeping that, mainly because I just don't want to fix it. But this is also something we did last stream, the interior of this. How cool. But yeah, over here, if we go into this building, if the game will let me, we will go into the aquarium. That's exactly what I wanted. Yes. All right, here we go. So we got the Hanuman Langer habitat, and then over here we've got some cool signs about urban adaptations, first of all. So this is going to talk about how the different animals that you can find in Tala, how they live here and how they've adapted. So it talks about how monkeys in some places have actually been trained to scare off the more aggressive rhesus monkeys. Then about the Himalayan manya, which has become invasive in some countries, and then about chickens, how they have actually evolved from the red jungle fowl, which can also be found in the Nepalese wilderness. And then I also added the rhesus macaque, because they are so common in urban areas, even though we don't have them in the zoo, mainly because I didn't really like how the mod looks. I have to say, the mod looks a lot better in-game than it does in the screenshots on the mod page. The screenshots don't do it justice, but still we chose for the Hanuman Langer now, so it's too late for that. Hey, the mine are invasive here. Hey! But yeah, so I wanted to include them because oh wow, just joined and love the science. Thank you. So then over here we have something about Hanuman. I'm going to 100% admit, while I've written all of the signs myself, mainly just from knowledge that I have in my head, and also reading off of the website of Red Panda Network, as we'll find out in a moment. This is the only one that I did use Google Gemini to write a thing for, because I just don't have the knowledge to make a... Like, the Wikipedia article of Hanuman is like it immediately goes into so much depth. Where it's like, Hanuman originated in this and this story of the blah 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa, I cannot put that on a zoo sign. Nobody's gonna understand that. I did like fact check what Gemini gave me, and it seems to all be accurate. But there's a good chance that it might not be entirely, and I hope that's not the case, because I don't want to spread misinformation. But yeah, I just wanted to focus on a little bit, like, okay, who is Hanuman? What did he do? And in this case, like one of the main stories also has a little bit about the origin of the, or the perceived origin of the appearance of the Hanuman Langar, which is that they were like burnt while trying to help Hanuman save or burn down a city. So there they are. Are you happy? They're very cool. It's a really nice mod. Very cool. So, that's that. Then, that is all for this area. And we're going into the night house. So, I did make a quick sign over here as well for the Pangolin Night House, which apparently I made lower resolution for some reason. I don't remember doing that. But, whatever. I'm not going to fix it. You're entering the home of the Chinese pangolin. Please be mindful of the following rules. PS, for the best viewing, set your game time to midnight. That's for people touring the zoo later, so that they know that they should make it nighttime to experience the night house as it is intended. Very cool. Ooh, look at him. So cool. Alright. Make it daytime again. Now we are entering the home of Habre. This is where we also worked on last stream. We made these nice little prayer wheels. Oh, that I just remembered I was going to do something with that. Aardvarks are going to be great for night houses. Yes. Aardvark is like the main... can you go to the Tala science section? Okay, I need to double check something. Okay. Now, Aardvark are like the main animal that I want to do a new inspiration video for. Like, I think that's the animal that desperately needs an updated video, because I've seen like 10 extra enclosures by now, and most of which are night houses. So that will be really, really fun. But yeah, welcome to the home of Habre. Who is Habre? Habre is the police for Red Panda, and yeah, it's basically just an introduction on this area and what you're about to see here. As you can see, something I didn't do, which is why I said I didn't do all the signage like I promised. So I still kept half of my promise. I did not do all of the animal education signs. So there should be a sign here for the Himalayan monal, there should be a sign for the Hanuman Langar, there should be a sign for the Myna, etc, etc. I didn't do those. I didn't feel like it. I mainly just really wanted to tell this story in particular. So that's what I did the signage for, because I had this vision of the story that I wanted to tell with this area, and I felt like the zoo wouldn't be complete without it, and that's why I did it. And I thought maybe this means that I have less time to do the rest of the zoo, but if I can pick between doing this signage and the aquarium, for instance, I'm very happy that I did this signage, because it's just, yeah, the story I wanted to tell. So over here we have protection in the wild. It's all about tracking pandas, mostly through these camera traps, but I also did a little bit of signage over here about tracking scat, or panda poop, and also tracking collars, which Blijdorp did a study with these tracking collars. So I recreated a real-life image of a panda with a tracking collar. And yeah, this is just talking about all the things that goes into doing these camera studies, and the results that might come out of that, like finding out all kinds of species, like how we found out that dhole live in the red panda area. And also, I think in 2020, a Bengal tiger was photographed at an altitude of 3,165 meters, which was a new record for Nepal. I think in India and Bhutan, they have had higher altitudes of Bengal tiger spottings, but for Nepal, this was a record. So I also recreated that image over here, which is really fun. I should have edited these images a little bit more. I only did it for the Bengal tiger, that I made the eyes like glow in the dark, basically. I should have done that for the Asian golden cat as well. In fact, this Asian golden cat picture, you can barely tell it's an Asian golden cat, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so that's really, really cool. Then, yeah, over here, see, so this I'm going to just delete for now, because we're not going to do that signage, probably ever. But then we get to the house over here, the house of what is going to be a person. Hey, that's half of the night camp shots I've seen, exactly. So over here, the story that we're trying to tell, which we already had for like the broken couch and stuff, is no panda pets. So, and here I did something kind of smart, which I didn't really do for the other signs. I mean, this sign is mostly focused at adults. For the kids, they just got cute animals to look at, I guess. But with these signs, I really have a message that I want to send home. So the top half of the sign is adult focused, while the bottom half of the sign is a little bit more for kids. So for adults, we have a more serious story about red panda poaching, about, yeah, red pandas being rescued from smugglers, about how they are transported, and about why we are not hypocritical about saying that you shouldn't have red panda pets, because zoos actually play a conservation role, making a backup population, having yeah, the educational side of things. So yeah, just pointing it out there to people that are going to be like, well, zoos have red pandas that aren't wild, so why shouldn't I? No, there is a clear difference, which research also backs up. But then for kids, we just have some things like, okay, why can't you have a pet red panda? And here are some reasons why. Then over on the other side, just gonna check what that was. Oh, a friend of mine is considering going to a zoo I went, but their mom thinks it's too far of a drive. That's a pity for them. But yeah, then on the other side we have some other ways that Red Panda Network helps locals, like the one whose house we're inside of right now. For instance, donating these stoves, and also offering jobs for women to make them financially independent through this like rock weaving over here. So you can see I got a Planet Zoo guest to sit down, quote unquote, in front of a rock weaving thing, and they're making a rug, and it's based also on the thing. But then for kids, I put this one at the bottom because this is Packs for Pandas, which is giving scholarships to local kids. So that of course connects a little bit more to a kid, and that's why it also says like, to you, going to school might be the most normal thing in the world. But for many Nepalese citizens, I should have said children there. But yeah. Honestly, if I went over, I wrote all of the text just blurting out stuff. So that's why Iris probably thinks that if I reread them now, and I would write it differently, but whatever. We're just going to keep it the way it is. It's fine. We're done. Then we come down here. This is probably my favorite sign. Why protect the red panda? So this sign talks all about the red panda's role as a keystone species, or in this case, as an umbrella species. And yeah, what that means basically is by protecting the red panda, we are not only protecting the red panda, we're protecting all of the animals that live in the same ecosystem. And the Eastern Himalayan broadleaf ecosystem, as they call it, is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, of course. So yeah, we have over here just a small collection of whatever animal I could come up with that is interesting, that lives in this area. Not all of them are very endangered, like the tragopan or the yellow-throated marten, but the tragopan is very cool. And the marten is marten and a barking deer are animals that we have in the zoo, so they're nice to include for that reason, so that they're like recognizable. But yeah, we can see we have clouded leopards, which are vulnerable. Marbled cat. This is a baby armor leopard, by the way. We don't have a marbled cat mod, so I just used a baby armor leopard. We got the dhole, which is endangered. We got the Asian golden cat, which is vulnerable. We got the Asian black bear, which is vulnerable. We got the Chinese pangolin, which is critical. So all of these animals are protected by protecting the red panda. So we are putting up this umbrella that covers everybody. This was so fun to make. Originally, the way I had envisioned this sign was like a Studio Ghibli kind of drawing, like My Neighbor Totoro with the umbrella. But yeah, obviously I didn't have time to make such a drawing, so I just did it in game by just combining a bunch of pictures together, and it was really fun to do. Does the network know about your project? Yes, but I don't know how much they're following it. But I will definitely like reach out when it's done. I will tag them in some of these posts, I guess. But when I did my Red Panda live stream last year, was it last year? I think so. Like when we raised €1,000, they reached out to thank me and sent me a goodie bag, and I told them about what I was doing, and they were very excited about it. They thought it was a really fun way to spread the message of the Red Panda. So, oh, I just noticed that there's a camera here that I used to take the picture of the doll. I should probably put up an additional barrier here, I just realized, because people are absolutely going to stand out there. But that's a problem for you in a moment. So if we turn around, we got some more signs. So this is 2 more protection in the wild signs. I was considering spreading these out a bit more, but I think they work well here. The bark and deer enclosure looks amazing. Thank you. Did I do that? Yeah, we already had that last stream, I think. I'm trying to think like what was not there yet last stream, and I think it's all of this, so we'll get to that. But over here, this is all about Plant a Red Panda Home, or Home for Habre. This is the tree nurseries, the restoration sites that Red Panda Network buys up land in the Himalayas to basically create a corridor. I think it's the PIT corridor. I forget what PIT stands for. Passage in between terrific forests. I don't know. The PIT corridor is basically trying to connect Singalia National Park in India with several nature reserves in Nepal, if I'm not mistaken. Red Panda Network is playing a huge role in that. Blijdorp is also playing a huge role in that. They donated a lot of money to be able to protect these restoration sites with fences. So this is talking about that and talking about the tree nurseries. These are images that I took a while ago, which basically is why I made this sign, and then it snowballed into making all the other signs. I really had, if you can't tell, I had a lot of fun making these signs as well. Like especially these pictures over here. This picture of a lady holding a dog. That was so much fun to make. Like this is an educator doing like the animation of holding an animal. But if you delete the animal talk point while they're giving the presentation, they'll continue to do the animation of giving the presentation, but the animal they're holding will disappear. So that's how you can get an educator holding their hands out. And then I used the taxidermy mod to get this Australian Shepherd dog pup, and I got an animation of it swimming, which is like, when you have the swimming animation, it's like kicking its legs a little bit, so it's like it's being held. So then I put that into her arms, and it just looked so amazing. And then for the face masks, I just used this tropical piece. So I put this over their face, which really looked a lot like a face mask, and then I drew these lines on in paint, basically, and it just looked so awesome. It looked perfect. First I took a picture with just the educator, and then I was trying to find some guests to surround her, but it was really, really difficult to find Nepali-looking guests facing the right way. I could not hit play on the game, because then she would like do her animation and it would stop, and so I had to get it right immediately, and I messed it up pretty quickly, so I only got one other person standing there. There was one lady that would have been perfect, but I picked her up and I put her back down, and if you have the game paused, then you can't pick them up again until you like play it for a bit, and it's just a mess. But I'm really, really happy with the picture anyway. It's really cool. This is about vaccinating dogs, by the way. Red Panda Network vaccinates both domestic dogs in Nepal to prevent them from carrying diseases, but also captures and then vaccinates and neuters free-roaming dogs to minimize the harm that those free-roaming feral dog populations can do to wildlife. And look at those cute dogs. Look at that dog. So cool. Yeah, and then over here, last stream, we did not work on these habitats, I don't think. I added some foliage to all of these. So this is the yellow-throated martin enclosure. I did install the yellow-throated martin mod, which is how I took that screenshot of the yellow-throated martin in there. But it is a very outdated mod. I don't know if it will break my save file if I use it. Like, it might cause crashes. So I'm a little bit hesitant to put it in. It looks really good, but it's a bit old. So I don't know. I think I might... Maybe tomorrow before I go to work, I'll make a backup save of Keypark and I put the throated martin in and I just let that run while I'm at work and see if the game crashes. And that could be a thing I do. But yeah, over here, some more like general education signs on the pandas. So we got the 2 species of panda, kind of a double meaning because you got the 2 species of panda and you got the 2 species of red panda. And it talks about both of those. And then over here we have just some fun facts about the red panda's appearance. So how they're a vegetarian carnivore, how they have an extra thumb for eating bamboo. It's kind of a coincidence, but it's kind of perfect that there's a little bit of bamboo in this picture. About how they have a tail that they use for a blanket and how their face kind of lights up at night. And that's how animals, how the parents find the babies, I think is the idea there. That's also why the babies are a lot lighter colored, I guess. So, and then we have one last sign about the red panda with just a couple more fun facts. These are definitely the more low effort signs where I basically just copy pasted some text from the Red Panda Network's website. But yeah, we got something about them being crepuscular. I completely butchered the pronunciation of that word. About how they're one of the few animals that's able to climb straight down a branch, as you can see over here. How their fur is actually a camouflaged color, and about how they stand up on their hind legs when they feel threatened. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool signs, and then we have, yeah, we do have one last sign over here actually, which is like, thanks for visiting the home of Habe. Your support is still needed, and you can either go to the Keypark Zoo website, which probably, if I end up making this QR code work, it's not currently working. This one is. If you want to donate to the Red Panda Network, you can just scan this QR code. But this one is not working currently, and probably I will just make this also, like, I will make this a real website page if I find the time for it. But on that page, I'll just link you to the Red Panda Network page as well, probably. But yeah, so that's it. And then we're at Old Rogers enclosure, which, by the way, I should actually wait a second. I made a sign for this. Where did it go? Slider? Why is it not here? That's weird. That is very weird. I also made a sign for Roger. Roger. By the way, I realized we can totally make Roger's enclosure a lot bigger. But it's not a priority right now. How many hours do we have on Planet Zoo? Too many. Don't want to check right now. Let's see if we can get... I should have a sign for Old Roger. Yeah, there we go. Raccoon dog. It doesn't have a picture, but at least it exists. Oh wait, this looks bad. Wait, how do I make that look good? Okay, now I'm gonna remind you to go back to the tile signs. Yeah, you mean the ones about the Hanuman Langer and stuff, right? Okay, let's do like this. No. The pet shop one? Oh, the Hollywood-esque Tala sign. Right. Yes. What about it? We are patiently waiting, Ebens. Oh, I need to know where I can put a picture door. Kitchen door. Wait. I mean, currently, like, the first concrete. Yeah. No, so you got the first concrete, or you can just use the whole wall, to be honest. Like most of it. Alright. Good luck. Thank you. Even's hard at work for us, which we appreciate. So, today we have a couple of things left on the to-do list for this area. So we have the red panda enclosure, which just needs a little bit of foliage. I want to redo the climbing beams, and I want to yeah, that's actually basically it. I want to redo the climbing beams. I want to maybe add like some tubes where they can put bamboo into, which we can steal from the koala enclosure, actually, because they're literally just these. Where am I? Lost. Oh no. And even blink twice and you're being forced to. No. I politely asked, because he said that he wanted stuff to do while waiting for Plankton Zoo 2. Well, you proposed to do the event center, and then I was like, could you also do the restaurant? If I recall correctly. But, so. I've been watching somebody play the new Rhythm Heaven game, and now I have like the old Rhythm Heaven song stuck in my head again. I've never played a Rhythm Heaven game, I've only watched it on YouTube. I have a horrible sense of rhythm, and I would suck at these games. Gotta run, but I'll watch the recording later. Hey, thanks for joining. So yeah, we got the red panda enclosure that needs to happen. We got that small fence that I guess I want to do, which I think we'll start with. Then there's 2D Fump. I actually want to start with 2D Fumpy's guy, because that's the only piece of education that I skipped by accident. So I want to start with that. And we need to create a rock wall over here. We need to cover this up with the rock wall that we've been using. So that's also something. I love a red panda. Who doesn't? I thought he has a beautiful falsetto voice. I don't know what that means. I thought you just called me a fatso. So over here we have one last sign that I accidentally skipped over. This is a little speech bubble, and we want to build basically a guy here. We want to make a 2D Fumpy's guy on the window that's gonna look like a 2D cutout of a person standing here talking about his story. And the story in this case is, my name is Bahadur. One time I was foraging for wild mushrooms when I heard an odd noise in the bushes. There I found what I thought were 2 malnourished kittens. I took them into my home and raised them. They were quite destructive. I started to notice their poop was green, and I began to have questions. I found out these were actually red pandas. I had no idea this is what they looked like. Luckily, Red Panda Network were able to help me get the help these animals needed, and now I've become dedicated to help educate others so they don't make the same mistake. Who knows what could have happened if I hadn't found out. So, yeah, this is based on a real story, and it kind of has a bummer ending, which I found out while doing research for this sign, because I knew from being told that the red pandas at the Kathmandu Zoo were actually originally held as pets. So I did some research. I found out the story. The real story is a man named Bahadur, I think I took his real name, who went to forest for mushrooms and found what he thought was 2 baby foxes in the forest, which were malnourished and abandoned. He took them into his home. He raised them. They were not destructive. That is a little thing that I added to kind of stay in line of the red pandas don't make good pets storyline. But the thing about like him noticing the poop was green and then thinking something was up is true. So that is when he realized they were red pandas, and he got help. I'm not 100% sure if the Red Panda Network were actually the main ones to help him with that. That is something that I made up to... I think they were, because someone from the Red Panda Network was involved in the article about it, so I'm guessing they were involved in some way. But yeah, the authorities took in the pandas. They took them to the Kathmandu Zoo, where they lived. I would like to say happily ever after. I mean, I did see them, or one of them, when I visited. But I read now that at the start of this year, one of the pandas, or maybe the last panda, I don't know how many they had, one of the pandas in the Kathmandu Zoo passed away after someone broke into the zoo and tried to kidnap it. So it was kidnapped, I think, twice, and the stress from that made it pass away, which is so fucking sad, and I'm so upset. But that is kind of the bummer ending, which, I mean, of course, I wasn't going to include that in this, but I was so sad to read that, because I saw that red panda myself, you know? I visited that zoo, and I saw the red pandas there, and it was so cool, and now, yeah, reading that just made me really sad. I don't know, I hate it. I hate people. But, yeah, that's the story of Bahadu, and how I got to this story. So I twisted the real-life narrative a little bit to fit my narrative a little bit better. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing to do, but that's what I did. And now we are going to find... Yeah, what am I going to do actually with this? So, do I look up a picture of a Nepali person? I kind of want to do... I wonder if I can find this. Wait. I wonder if I can find a picture of the guy from the lodge that I stayed at while I was in Nepal. So I'm gonna go find the Dobato homestay. Now, I do want to say that I was joking, but I don't want to hurt Goran's feelings. Falsetto is a high singing voice. I have a beautiful high singing voice. Oh, be gone. And the viewer count dropped to 0. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of this guy. Because I think there might be one on Google Maps. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I remember seeing a picture of this guy somewhere. Oh, okay, that's not it. Maybe Red Panda Network had one. I could swear there was one. Okay, there isn't. And that, ladies and gentlemen, everything in between us was a summary of our road trip. I've got to go. Oh, that's either really funny timing or you're very rude. Man holding magnifying glass of another man's phone with diamond indicator. What? Yep, that's falsetto. Not a good falsetto, but oh well. I don't know if you are a magician or haven't played Planet Zoo 1 for too long, but I don't recognize most of these pieces. Yes. Cool, I appreciate that. I'm a magician. Your singing is great, Gordon. Thank you. I mean, I'd like to believe that I'm pretty good at imitating Bo Burnham's voice when I'm singing along to Bo Burnham's Inside, but that's about where my talents end. I can't post a picture in here, so I described it. Right. Oh, you are. Yay! It's just my voice does crack a lot, which is not great for singing. I'm not good at keeping notes sometimes. I've got a mean Johnny Cash impression. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna Dobato Homestay Red Panda Network to see if I can maybe find a picture. Okay, wait. Journey to... Okay, maybe the Jumble Zoo article about my stay, about their trip, which is also my trip. has a picture of this guy. No. Maybe. Wait. That is... oh! Okay. That is the lady of the house. But not the guy. There's no picture of the guy. There should be a picture of them in front of the stove, but no. Alright, well, in that case, I will just look up Nepali guy and Nepali farmer guy. Actually, Red Panda Network Forest Guardians. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I don't want to share my browser. I want to kind of stop doing that too much. Meet our forest guardians. Okay. Ramesh. You seem like a great guy. I think we will take Ramesh. Sure. Ramesh guy. Red Panda Network. Oh. I've got him back into Warhammer in a bad way. Apparently, the person I'm dating is into Warhammer, but not like the game. She just really likes, like painting the minis, which is like, oh no, that's expensive. Was my first thought. But hey. I just want to have a full body picture of their outfit. Why is that so hard? Maybe their YouTube channel. Why? Damn it. When's the next Going Goes Wild coming out? I have officially started editing. So hopefully... I want to say next week, but that's very optimistic. But I am now like halfway done with the first day of this episode. Oh no, that's expensive. Yes, I know. I have the most I have all of the expensive hobbies. I know. But like that's like even more expensive. Like not even more expensive than my hobbies, but like that's even more expensive hobbies on the pile, you know. And I might be because I'm also a very easily influenced person. So what if I also start doing that? You know, that's a very big risk. Red Panda Network Forest Guardians. Okay, this is exactly what I need. It is. The thumbnail of this video, at least, is a group photo of like all of their forest guardians. So please give me that shot. It is only the thumbnail. Are you kidding me? There's no point in the video where that is actually. Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard to just get? Why am I being recommended my own stream? Okay, can I? Wait. Can I YouTube thumbnail? I swear to God, I'm almost done. Downloader. View YouTube. There we go. I have the picture I want. God, why was that so hard? Okay. Now, I will copy this picture. I will open my picture editor thing. I will make a new picture of 1000, or no, let's do 2000 by 1000. Oh god, this is gonna get so pixelated. You won't believe it. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Is this a good size? This is probably a good size. Okay, save. User media. Nepal guy. Okay. It's finally time. Wallpaper. 1 by 2 meters. Dot Nepal guy. Oh, that is too small. I feel like that is too small. That is definitely too small. Where's a staff member? We're gonna need to make this guy a little bigger. It's not... it's not that bad. Could be worse. Let's make this guy a bit bigger. There we go. That is a person size. I've no idea you're easily influenced. I've never and would ever known it if you said it. I certainly wouldn't make use of that fact. No! No, you've never done that. I don't know what you're referring to. We're so badly we could have had null signs. Yeah, that would be easier. Although, I wouldn't want to have a 2D cutout of a real life person on my window. That would not work. At least you don't have the hobby of owner-larging animals. You don't want to know how expensive a single vet checkup is for my goats. Oh god. I don't want to know. Oh, it's getting really hot in my room. Wait, is my... Yeah, my door is open. I don't want to turn on the fan, because it's gonna make my green screen all go like, ooh. I'm sweaty. Alright. So, we're going to make this guy. So, we're gonna start off with some 2D things. It's been a while, so bear with me as we go through this adventure together. But we're actually gonna start off with just getting a group. It's a good start. And then you will take his eyes. Now he is squinting a bit, but I'm going to not make my guy squint, because I feel like that would be a stereotype. Reptiles, yeah, reptiles are probably a mess. Oh, that is a problem. Right, so we can't do that. This is fine. This is also fine. If we want him to... Nope. So we're kind of stuck with this. That's fine. So we'll make it kind of blackish, because we're gonna do semi-Planet Zoo art style. And then we'll give him dark brownish. His eyes haunt me. It'll be fine. We're gonna make him look very cute. We should grab a... Wait, we should grab a staff member for reference, you know? Just so we, like, know what we are dealing with. Let's get someone who's facing... Let's get her. Wait, no, let's get a guy. You're walking the wrong way. That's a woman again. Is there a guy that is facing... Why are only women facing me? You. There we go. We will just... we'll take... Why is it again a woman? Alright, it's fine. We'll just take this guy. And now we'll be like, oh, you're our reference for the Planet Zoo person style. So you don't want to make this guy too realistic. He needs to fit in with the world, you know? Like, in a perfect world where we have transparent signs, which I don't think will ever happen, but in that world I would be making like a like the thing that I made for St. Reginald way back in the day. Or was it? No, for Tarmashadi I think it was. Nope, that's not something I wanted to do. I want to show this thing that I made at some point. It's probably in my... Do I have a folder for... Nope, I have a folder for... Old. See, Eben, the signs I made for Tarmashadi are in the old folder. I think. No, they're not. Where are these things? What? Where are these things that I made for Eben? I don't even know. Oh, here, billboards Tarmashadi. Yeah, and then there should be... I don't know, all I can find is this picture that Eben made. Of me being employee of the month. Well, I mean, I have this guy, which was like made in the Planet Zoo art style, but that's not what I wanted. I at some point made like a Planet Zoo kid holding something. And it was really cool. It was in the Planet Zoo art style. It sure as hell shouldn't be in the young folder. Yeah, I remember Nanja. Good old days. Alright. Let's get our guy. Okay, I don't know why it's not cooperating, but I'll just do it the free build way, I guess. Hello, Thyssen. Welcome. We're making a 2D guy today. This is a totally normal thing to be doing. Okay. There we go. And then I'll make it even darker on there. Maybe... Can we use this for that? Like, theoretically. Barely. We can try. How are you doing? I can't wait for the reveal tomorrow. Me neither. I don't know if I'm going to do a video. I guess it depends on what it is, if I'm going to do a video on it. I don't have a video yet for this week. But I'm also just... We'll wait and see. It depends on how substantial it is, I guess. Because I don't want to be one of those people that makes a video whenever Frontier farts. Not to be rude to them. Yes. But like I said in the Red Panda video, I'm not gonna make a video for every animal reveal. I'm just not chasing that clout, you know? I need to be editing my Goron Goes Wild. Can be spending time on all these animal reveals. I rub the reveals into my weekly speculation. Yeah, but I don't want to do weekly speculation videos. I want to have something to say. Alright, look at this. I went to Knuttenborg Safari Park the other day. Normally I would drive. You could drive in your car into the tigers and... Huh? Normally you could drive in your car to tigers and wolves, but they have changed that with a bridge you can walk on. I'm gonna try to build on a Friday. I don't know if you were ever able to go into the tigers with your car. Maybe before, maybe long ago, like well before I went. When I was there, that was not a thing. I was able to go into the wolf enclosure though. Didn't know they were gonna change that. Okay, you know what? No air on that side for you. I may not have like 5 planned out already based on the reserves, but I want to know what they are. They haven't given us. I still don't really... I know the reserves are something. I still don't really know what. Oh, wait, okay, we're gonna... Oh wait, I messed up somehow. Okay, those are gonna go. I did not select something. Okay, I'm gonna pull his entire face forward a bit. It looks like I may have messed up a few things, actually. I feel like some of these eyebrows are perhaps not great. Let's do that. Oh, like, right. So like what animals could be part of this and that reserve. That's fun. Yeah, I'm just not a very speculative guy. I'm a very factual guy. I want facts. Give me facts. Give me the deeds. But I do get the fun of, like, when the game comes out, seeing how right or wrong you were. That can be fun. I get that. Do we give him a nose? Is that even a question? Can we give him a nose? Without it being a mess. Yeah, that'll work. I fellow spreadsheet lover. Oh no, they found each other. Actually, I do like spreadsheets. I have a lot of spreadsheets. I am a spreadsheet lover. I will say. Just not for speculation. Alright, so we need to give him bam 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 some white stuff for his shirt. Then we need to do the sleeves and stuff, which is like grayish. Greenish, grayish, bluish, grayish. This is perfect. Oh, he's got his hands in his pockets. That's amazing. Oh, that's an artist's dream. Zoo project planning, yeah, that makes sense. I use it mostly for video stuff. Like I have a spreadsheet keeping track of all the animals that I saw in Uganda for the Uganda videos. I have a spreadsheet for all the animals in Planet Zoo for my zoo inspiration videos. Stuff like that. I did not expect spreadsheets to be one of the conversation topics of today. That's the lip one. Everyone loves to do hands though. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone loves hands. Okay. I don't know why the inside of his hoodie is like a different color. I guess he's wearing a hoodie underneath his Red Panda Network jacket. Excited for the Odyssey. I mean, I have a cinema subscription now, so I might as well go see it, but I wasn't... Like, if it weren't for that, I don't know if I would have seen it. I like Greek mythology, so I'll probably enjoy it. Alright, let's give him this sort of color. For the inside, maybe a bit darker actually. But now it's like merging with his skin color. Oh, this is not right. Or is it? It is. It is right. But if this is right, then... Okay, it's not right. It doesn't... The armor looks very plasticky. Huh. I haven't seen anything of it. Speaking of going in with an almost empty mind, yesterday I finally watched Hoppers. because I was very tired. I was working on the Nepal video, or no, on the Goran Goes Wild video, and I was like kind of done for the day, you know. I was like, oh, I don't really want to continue working on this. I'm just gonna sit behind my TV and watch something. And I opened Disney Plus and was like, yeah, Hoppers. And I had the best fucking time. I loved that movie so much. Holy shit, I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it at all, but I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. I actually laughed, like I laughed out loud several times, just at how silly it was, and just, oh, it was great. It was great. I had a great time. Recommend. Definitely do watch it when you're like super tired for no reason, because I definitely think that benefited my enjoyment a lot. Because I get like kind of nitpicky at stupid details and things, and I didn't have that because I was tired, and that definitely helped with enjoying the movie. Because there's definitely a lot of things that don't make sense. I do like me a beaver. You know, I'm so fucking jealous. Wait, I'm gonna pull something up, but I need to be very careful. Because it's shared to me via WhatsApp. Oh, I can play it picture in picture. That's amazing. Okay, so wait, I can only play picture in picture inside of WhatsApp. That is stupid. Wait, let me download this video that I was sent by my friends. So this is at my friend's house, and fucking look at what they have in their backyard. They have a fucking badger in their backyard. I need to go back to Ireland to visit my friends so I can see their backyard badger, because this is amazing. It's amazing. It's just going around their backyard, just looking for food, looking for little things. That's so cool. No, I honestly, every year I forget that I should be on time with booking a beaver safari here in the Netherlands. Because I really want to do one. I just never gotten around to it. And this year, once again, I've forgotten to do that. So I guess this is not going to be the year, because they're always sold out. That's awesome. I need to go to the UK to see badgers, man. Or Ireland, apparently. When is the right time for beaver safaris? So, like, they only do it in the summer, I think. Because of, like, you have to do it, like, late in the evening, but, like, in the summer you can do that when it's, like, still light out. I think is the idea. Okay, this is not great. I should not be nitpicky about this. I should just make literally anything. Even I see you've sent me a kitchen. I will look at it momentarily. I kind of want to at least finish the torso of my guy. I've seen raccoons, opossums. Exactly. It looks good enough. It is perfectly presentable. Look at how round that makes it. Let's get this. I don't know, I'm just trying to find something that I can use to fill in his torso a bit faster. Oh wait, this is sticking out at the bottom there. Alright, now I can take the I guess. Here we go, and we can take the L, maybe? Nope. T? No. This? Yeah, we can take this. Maybe like this. No. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. And we will do this. And we'll get that in there. There we go. There we go. That's his zipper. And then we need to give him an actual zipper. Which will be lighter. Bam. Amazing. All right, let's take a, no need to take the L. This looks amazing. Take the W. Right. All right, I was doing stuff with letters. I get the joke. All right. It does look really good. Damn. I want to clean up the bottom over here. All right. Cool. And if we remove this, then we just have a floating guy. Yeah. All right. You made it look so easy. It is. You just need to do it like a million times, and then it becomes very easy. Eben sent me a kitchen. Let me take a look at that. Let me subscribe to the kitchen. Let me go back to the stream so I can read the chat. And we'll get kitchen. Kitchen! Alright, oh, it's again aligned to this stuff. That's good, that's good. It looks like I deleted one of the mud pillars this is aligned with, but that's fine. Just need to get it aligned with this one. Something like that. If I can't see the bricks, wait, this one. Okay, if I can't see the bricks being messed up. Okay, you can kind of see the bricks are messed up. This is also very difficult to align using these bricks. I don't know why I did that. Oh god, that was a horrible idea. Why is it going down when I'm going up? Alright, good enough. That will do. Let's get rid of that. Alright, Eben's kitchen. I need to clean up some things, I guess. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, I don't. Oh, it's just gonna be here. Wait. Wait. I feel like I messed up. Eben, what did I do wrong? Or did you do wrong? The wall is intentional. Okay. It's to hide the car. Oh. Right, there's gonna be a car. Alright. Cool. We have a kitchen. It'll make sense later. Okay. You know what? I guess this rock isn't necessary, actually. Come to look at it. Yeah, but I can... Probably a lot of these are... Yeah, these are also not necessary. This one I'm concerned about, though. Yeah, this one is a little bit necessary, but I can shove that back a bit, you know. That's not noticeable. And then this one, literally invisible. Literally invisible. And I think this one as well, actually. Literally okay, not entirely invisible, but mostly invisible. Like, does not make... So, how's progress going? I will say, not as fast as last stream, but we did spend a lot of time looking at the signs I made. Like, I can just use different bushes for this even. I can just replace those with the creosote bushes. Which probably looks better anyway. So... Perfect. This is a problem though, but I'll look into that. I might make this a ramp or something, I don't know. Or I just raise it and we pretend like they're on the same level. It's really simple to keep peace count in check. Yeah, that makes sense. That is definitely my main concern with this this whole restaurant, is to keep the peace count in check. That's why the walls are made out of 100 fucking little bricks every time. Alright, let's keep making our guy. So we got our guy. He's got his little gloves. Let's give him his little gloves. Nice and brownish gloves. Okay, it kind of just looks like a skin tone, so I might as well just make it a skin tone, to be honest. Let's take his skin tone. Just keep it. Okay, but then slightly darker. I was looking at my nest avian and I was like, oh, only 2,000 pieces. And I realized that was before I would add plants and rocks and stuff. Yep, that's just the shell. Welcome to the wonders of netting. Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do something like this. Yeah, are we? No, we're not. This. We're gonna cover that up. So we're gonna take this color and just lay that over this. And actually kind of perfect like this. I have to go catch up with the stream later, a bit tired from the whole tons and... Yeah, get well soon. Mumming. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, we can do some random shading. If we take one of these circles, we do want to, of course, shade his hood, is the word that I was looking for. I was like capuchin? Capuchin? No, hood. Insane work, thank you. We're not there yet. Okay, that looks a bit odd. If we just give it, give it some of this, maybe. No, I don't know if that's helping. It's fine. It's fine. We mostly want to do this. Give this some shading. Wait, that's wrong. There we go. Awesome. And then same over here about. I hate that when you rotate it resets the free build thing. Nothing you can do though. Yeah, there it did it again. It makes it look so easy. I try to can't make it look good. I mean, I'm just tracing, basically, and using basic understanding of shapes and colors, which might be wizardry. I don't know. But let's give him some boots. For which actually, since this is going to go into the floor, for the boots we can actually just use these, which is pretty great. That will be a lot easier. Make sure they pulled a bit forward. So actually I kind of want to give him yellow rain boots, because that's what some of the people in Nepal were wearing, and I thought it was adorable. So I want to give him yellow rain boots as well. Like, we were all struggling to get up onto this mountain, right? And then there's just this old guy wearing his cute little yellow rain boots, and he's just zooming past. And everyone's just like, how? I mean, they do it every day, but still, how are they not, like, dying? It's very interesting. Oh. and now we need... You know what, we'll fix that when we get to the thing. Now we just need to do his pants. So I'm gonna pull this forward, and we're gonna do just very dark blue, I guess, for the panties. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and the boots are boot shaped. And we can take, not the lit one, take this shape up his pants. Bam. Bam. Alright. Remind me of when my calculus professor said our only problems were kindergarten. So like your problems were kindergarten related problems? I don't get it. You would say the math problems were easy. It's just shapes and colors. Nice. Right, I get it. Alright. I think, honestly, that'll do. I could add more detail, but there would not really be a point. So, okay, now we do need to fill some of these gaps. Let's take this. Let's put that back here, back there. There's also a gap over there. Alright. I'm gonna watch football today. I'm not really a football kind of guy. But you're all free to talk about football. Okay, so we will take our guy and put him here. There's one thing that stands out to me already, which is this. Which sucks, because I mean, we can just make it a bit thicker, that's fine. Right, nice. Oh. Okay, wait, let's bring it forward a bit. So I do want to take this up here and put it behind everything. All right. And then I think I might want to swap this around, so have the speech bubble over here. Or, I don't know, I want to get him further away from the... I think it would be better if it was like this. And then this. And then take this over here. And then what I want to do is I'm gonna put him a little bit more forward. I'm gonna take the whole thing and duplicate it like this. And that we'll paint black or white actually. I think white. To get that real cardboard cutout look. I don't know what's happening in the background. We're both cooking some font work. Ooh. You already got people excited, I hear. Alright. So, this looks so good, man. I'm so happy. Alright, let's take that up over there. And actually, I should... Yeah, I don't want to. It's fine. What's the height of this like? Let's take our guy. I'd say that's roughly eye height, like they can read that. Cool. Alright. I didn't realize the terrain over here was bad. Right. Oh yeah, here it is. It's not that bad. Oh, this is kind of bad. Let's see if we can fix that. Boop, boop. Boop. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we got our guy. I just want to give his shoes a bit more. Oh, wait, we need to get both our guys. Simultaneously. And we'll take our front guy. Let's move him forward a bit so we can do this editing a bit easier. We basically just want to give him dark gray soles under his boots, which we can just do. Okay, these circles are way out there, which is not necessary. Okay, wait, that's not how shoes work. I was gonna put them like this. Kind of ruin the shoes or the feet perspective a bit, but that's fine. All right, I will redo the white man. That was a weird thing to say. Okay, make our guy white. Boop. That was black. Boop. There we go. Amazing. I'm so happy about this. Oh, that really... Yeah. What football team do you support during the World Cup? Well, I don't really care. I had a lot of fun. Like, my neighborhood, like, erupts whenever Morocco was doing well. Like... so my date came over on one of the evenings that Morocco was playing, and it was really, really funny. Like, we were just doing stuff and they were just cheering and cheering. Like, we felt like they were cheering for everything we were doing. Like, oh, I sliced some bread. I don't know, just some example. But later, like, I think last week or whenever, she was coming over again. I was like, oh, we're gonna be cheered for again. And like, it was quiet. Like, there was a little bit of cheering at the start of the evening, but then complete silence. And whereas when they won, like when Morocco beat the Netherlands, there was like 3 hours of cars honking and stuff like that. And like last Thursday, I think it was like, it was quiet. So we were like, I think they may have lost, and they did. So it was really funny. I was rooting for Norway. They're the ones doing the the Viking thing, right? That's fun. That seems like fun. I like those things. All right, this is done, so I can cross that off my to-do list. That was kind of the last education thing. I don't know where my pen went. 2D font piece guy. So I don't feel like working on the Red Panda exhibit just yet. I might keep that for the video. Like that'll be the final reveal in the video. Which I guess, if I don't get the Goron Goes Wild video done for next week, we could have we could have this next week. New Keypark video. Just need to think of who I'll invite for a guest, because I don't feel like putting a lot of effort into finding a guest. Like originally, I was hoping I could get either someone from Red Panda Network, or maybe the Red Panda species coordinator from Blijdorp to join for the video showing of this area. But now that it's like, I've had to kind of rush it, you know, it's still good, it's really good. I'm really happy with what we've built, right? But it's not the most perfect, beautiful thing that I had in mind that I would be super proud to show off. So I'm not sure if I want to go forward with that idea, even though it would be cool. But I think that's maybe something I'll keep for Planet Zoo too. To like try to involve real zoos more with stuff I do. Because that would be really fun. Just like how like Leaf was doing his EAZA, or no, his AZA series thing, and he got like shouted out by the AZA. I would love to do videos like that where you actually like involve, like say I build a Red Panda habitat and I involve Jano, the species coordinator for the Red Panda, and have him judge whether it's good or something. That would be really, really cool. What about Sage Place? He was in the Europe area video. So I'm thinking of, I would like to have like a variety of people. I'm thinking Leaf would probably like to join. That would be fun. He's also a bit more familiar with the project, so that's cool. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Ooh, this guy called Eben. Oh, I mean, he's really hard to get a hold of, you know? I don't know. If God will it, and the creek does rise, I need freshwater fish. I mean, we got the cichlid today. You can have a trout and cichlid park. Yeah, Eben is too popular. I mean, the fame really gets to him, you know? It's really hard. It's really hard being with someone more famous than you. And this is such a, like, only Eben will get this reference. But when he does rewatch the stream, like, I can already tell that tomorrow I'll be getting a Discord message. I need the Sigless to be kept with hippos. Yeah. I really hope we can at least, like, kind of, like, jank it. That's all I need, Frontier, please. That's, honestly, maybe I'll do that video. Maybe I'll make that video. If I have time tomorrow, I will make a little video of, like, please, Frontier, give us fucking fish with habitat animals. Here's why. Because I have some... oh, also hi Rick. And I have a bunch of footage now from Boval. Like I have this. Let me see how quickly I can find this. But well, I just did a thing. I clicked the thing and now it's frozen, so I guess I can't find it that quickly. Once it's unfrozen, I'll continue looking. Don't worry. Okay, there you go. It just made a noise. Friends. Boval. Okay, now it's loading again, so we continue placing some things. Maybe I can actually replace, I can do this with tropical rock, and we can do this. I think that would be smart, because then we've got kind of the perfect, maybe not 100% perfect, but mostly perfect way of getting this done. Should have done this in a group. For some reason... What? Oh, this is a different rock. Okay. For some reason, things in the nature tab I tend to not group up because of reasons. Oh, that's dynamic mossy rock. I don't want dynamic. Just want your average old mossy rocks. Alright, it's loaded, so now I can show you a thing that is cool. Is this it? This looks like it. That's manatees. Okay, that's not it then. I got croissant. Wait, I can put this on stream so I can read your question. Have you heard about Sam Neill? I have. Yeah, that's a real pity. Have you heard about the updates in the bricks and minifigs Lego? I've been following this stuff. It's so crazy. I think this is it. No, this is not it. Okay. Need to go back. This is too far back. Okay, apparently this is our second time inside or something. Yes, it was. So we need to be here. That's the manatee again. Also need to be very careful of not showing. What's this? That's an otter. It's after the otters. Here it is. Yes. There's the hippo enclosure. But specifically the footage I want to show is in here, I guess. That's a crocodile. Komodo. Oh wait, it's maybe around the Komodo. You think 2D font pieces will in Plan Zoo 2? I don't think there's a generic font in Planko 2. Ooh, that would suck. I really hope there would be, because it would be literally super easy for them to add. Because it's just 2D. I mean, they can just take it from Plan Zoo, so I think most things would be relatively easy to add. I mean, of course, I don't know how that exactly works, but that's why I'm assuming we're getting so many returning themes. But yeah, it's a 2D plane with a texture. I mean, how hard can it really be? But I honestly, if we don't get 2D fonts, at least give us 2D shapes. Just give us a 2D square, a 2D rectangle, a 2D circle, just like we have the art shapes. Just give us 2D shapes, 2D art shapes, and I'll be the happiest man in the world. That would be better than font pieces, to be honest. And actually, I would prefer that over font pieces. And even if we get font pieces, I would like to also get that. But I need to go to day 2, I guess. Jelly. I guess I don't need to go to day 2. I guess I do need to go to day 2. Yes, here it is. This is what I wanted to show. Look at how cool this is. This is... Oh god, it's so loud. Ah! Please. Look at that! It's a hippo! With fish! This is Zoo Park de Beauval. Look at that, they're cleaning the hippo. How cute is that? They're like nom 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 nom. Hippo skin. Nom 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 nom. It's so cool. Oh, that's some langer. Look at that! Look, he's so cute! He's so cute. He's sleeping. And then I got the fish. Oh, he's awake. Careful, fish. Maybe he's hungry. It's so cool. I really want this. Like, something that we'll probably not get. Oh, look at that. Look at that roller. They see me roll. No, but... Oh, wait. Where's the other footage I got? I guess that was GoPro footage. Like, what you'll see as he's, like, walking through... As the hippo's walking through the water, you can see, like, all the fish go out of the way. Might be this. That's something that I don't expect we'll get if we have to, especially if we have to, like, you know, cheese it in a way. But I really hope that this is something that they can... Yeah, oh, look at this. It's just so cool. Like, all the fish kind of go out of his way and create, like, a pathway. And that sort of interactivity would be really, really cool if we got something like that. But I think the animals won't go into each other in Planet Zoo 2. Maybe not. But, I mean, if you're adding, like, say that aquariums and terrestrials are not compatible, but you cheese it in some way to get it anyway, then I doubt that there will be that interactivity or things like that. That's what I'm trying to say. A guy I know offered me a pet Turco. That is an odd thing. And kind of sketchy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think they will, because they need the aquarium thing, and hippos need the normal exhibit. Yeah. I would be so afraid of, like, if I got something like a Turco, I would be so afraid that I just am not up for the job, you know? I would kill it somehow. I'm already scared with my guppies that I'm gonna do something wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure how the shoals will work either. That's why I want to see more, like, give me more deep dives, give me more, like, not a 1 minute video of being like, oh look, it's an aquarium again, it's the Africa map again. Just give me something, like, this is how the mechanics of the aquarium work. This is how you build an aviary. This is how you, I don't know, do research in the wildlife reserve. Just anything like that. That's what I want to see at this point. But we'll see tomorrow if we get something like that. With the animal reveal, whichever it may be. I hate that some of the smaller fish that don't school are schooling. Yeah, I mean that makes sense though, like the alternative is that they make them a hero animal, and that just doesn't work either, really. I think at that point, just be happy they're in the game. Because they could also say like, oh no, this animal doesn't work with our system. Guess we'll just have to leave it out entirely. Like, I don't know, that would also suck. So, yeah. Yeah, the pufferfish is a hero. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bear Park Burn. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. What if we only get a single bear though? Right, I think this is honestly almost good enough. We do want to get maybe stalactite. Oh yeah, true, we're gonna have panda. But I don't feel... Somehow I feel like giant pandas are not really what he has in mind for Bear Park Burn. I mean, only thing who thinks the bears. I don't really care about this. Like, okay, I need to phrase this in a way that I'm very happy with the signs. I don't really care what they look like. Like, it's very stylistic. Like, it's not meant to look accurate per se. I kind of fail to see what the issue is with the bear sign compared to the rest of the signs. Exactly, it's one of the things that we've been asking for. And it's amazing that they gave it to us. I'm so happy about that. Yeah, and I don't know what specifically about the bear there is not to like. Do you mean physique? Because I don't see how a stationary image could have physics. Willow. There we go. Coolio. Now I would put... Yeah, we can. Let's take one of these rock walls one more time. That's a big one. Maybe get the equally big one. Whoops. Alright, let's see if we can clear out the foliage on top. Maybe not that one. Wait, I feel like we've been... Yeah, we have been deleting stuff that we shouldn't. Wait. Yeah, why is it so hard to select the plant? There we go. Alright. Let's see if we can get this in here without it sticking in here. So basically it can only go like this far. That's already too far. Like that. We'll clean up that in a moment. How does that look? Like, what's that be looking like? If we do this, I think we can make this work. So we want to get rid of some of this. Specifically just this, basically. No, not that. I want to keep that. And that. Okay. There we go. Currently, no zoos have pandas inside the zoo, so I need a Chinese zoo to get them, breed them, and then give the babies to me. Oh, what's this doing here? What is this doing here? Interesting. Wait. Okay, this is a problem for when we get around to doing Australia, which will be next week probably. In fact, hopefully. Alright. That is the shortcut. And then we can have this continue on a little bit. Let's take these two combined with this. I think we can push it out all the way. No problem. This is where we need it to stop. Wait, what's in there? Oh wait, that's the rock we just moved. Okay, so we do need to move that a little bit to the side then. Like that. That's fine. Set as you, the memories. Don't have time for it. Yeah. I never really got into it personally. But it seemed fun. I like the idea of it. But I kind of just want to build whatever and don't. It was interesting getting like all the second-hand drama, which did make me feel like it was a good call that I never got started. What's ZSU? ZSU? It was like a server that it was like franchise mode, but like not through the game, but through like Discord. It had bots and stuff like that. You could trade animals and things. It was basically just roleplay. It was zoo roleplay, assisted with some tools and things to make it like it had rules and moderators, so like you were not allowed to have all the animals, like it had to be realistic to wherever your zoo was, etc, etc. Sorry, I'm talking like it doesn't exist anymore. It does. Yeah, the idea was really cool. It just never really... I don't know, I never got into it. I'm still talking past tense. The idea is really cool. I just never got into it. Oh no, not the scarlet tanagers. How dare they? How dare they keep those from you? You know, you deserve them. Couldn't get great busters for a long time. Two males. That's a pity, I guess. Just trying to get that out of there. That's fine. That's something we'll deal with. I should group a lot of this up, to be honest. And now it's going to be even more confusing, like what isn't grouped up, but whatever. We'll keep it like that. Get some grass. Full of grass medium in there. There we go. Alright, then underneath here, we just have some tempered rock. Bye, T-Rex. All right. There we go. That'll do. We're going to have to make this a bit. Oh, that's a problem. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Let's get rid of this first of all. Get some willow around here. Maybe some pea shrubs. Okay, I was using the big one. Let's put some of those up here as well, actually. Alright. Then, oh, this is not entirely blocked off yet. Template rock. Maybe we need this instead. It's probably sticking out into... No, it's not. Oh. Oh, perfect. Then we can take our Nepal flag and put that up here. Woohoo! Welcome to Nepal. And we have our little shortcut almost done. We need to patch up this very tiny backstage. But we'll do that when we work on the Australia area. And we technically should make a sign that's like, oh no, you're leaving Nepal. Turn around. But if you've been following the route of the zoo and you get to this point, you'll be like, oh no, I'm back in Australia. I should go the other way. So it's fine. Loggerhead Shrike. That sounds like a cool bird. Alright, so that is done. Shortcut rock wall. So the only things left are the red panda habitat and like need some foliage in these sorts of areas. And this fence over here. Let's do that. I think that's going to be the last thing we do today. I'm getting a little bit tired. My room is getting way too hot. So I should wrap up soon. Also called the butcher bird. Now that sounds even cooler. Alright, so I'm gonna take this. Is this the same thing copy pasted over and over? I think so. Yes. So we can take just one piece of it. But is it really? I think so. Alright, we'll just take one piece of it and we'll get rid of this top part. Get rid of this bottom part. We'll take this part, and drop it down. Apparently there was more to it. So we'll take that down with it as well. Like so. Alright, then that is like the bottom, right? Yeah. Don't really need that part. Then the posts. Alright, so we'll take this and we'll plaster it around. So we'll go like this, and then this, and upwards. Wait, did they both? Oh, right. Okay, I see. And we only need the ropes on one side, really. Wait, did I remove this from it? Okay. There, we can take this up. I don't know why it looks the way it does. But it's kind of cool. We should do it on both sides. Okay. Move that in place. Something like that. A bit higher. I really wish I remember what this documentary was. I remember once on Disney Plus, I watched a documentary about, I think it was about the Congo. And it had this like scene of a shoe bill that was shot like a horror movie, and it was so freaking funny. It had this kind of Jaws-like scene with the shoe bill just coming out of the bushes like, you know, I'm gonna kill a baby now. Alright, main goal with this one is to keep kids out of it. It is kind of obstructive. Wait, I want to lower it a bit more. Fence looks sick. Thank you. It is cool. But I want it to be less in the way of the effect that I'm trying to create. So it really only needs to be like that, I guess. And then here it needs to be higher again, of course. Honestly, my idea for Keypark has always been that there will be like a couple of employees just walking around telling people to behave. So like if anyone ever steps over this fence, they will get called out. That is Keypark lore. Hello, Penguin Boy. Welcome. We are just about wrapping up, I'd say. Just working on this little fence over here. I'll put one in front of the red panda habitat as well. Right. Yeah, it ruins the immersion effect a little bit. But I think it's important to have something. And it's still, you still get it a little bit. Alright, and then, yeah, for the red pandas we're gonna have a similar, like, thing. I guess we should start off with improving that a bit. So we'll get these. Actually, this one's even better. Right. And that. Not sure that's it's sticking through a little bit, but not to a bothersome degree. So earlier I said we could probably make Old Roger's enclosure bigger. What I meant by that was like we can easily make a path over here that goes to the aviary. And then we could give all of this space to Old Roger. But I don't want to change that right now. So it's gonna stay the way it is. So we're just gonna put some bamboo here. Bam. Whole bunch of bamboo. Wow. I don't think I've ever used a 4-meter bamboo. But it actually kind of works. For once. Alright, so we've got our things. So now we just need to add the fences, and these are going to be a lot simpler. Why is the raccoon not going to wait this small enclosure? He was bad. He deserved it. Lore. That's basically the answer, yeah. The idea is that is like one of the oldest enclosures in the zoo, and they're basically just waiting for the raccoon dogs to die at this point. And after that they would make a new habitat out of it. Wow, that's sad. It kind of is. I mean, at this point, it would be more stressful and, like, bad for old Roger to be moved to a new home than it would be to just keep him there. So that's why the zoo has decided that this is the plan. I think my zoo is doing that with their zebras. I think there's just one old guy hanging around. Yeah, it happens. It really does. Like, Overlone was doing that with his Kawadi. The Kawadis were old, they were in what's essentially going to be the zoo's Asia area. And they just said, like, yeah, we'll just wait for them to die and then we'll get rid of the enclosure. They've moved him from his too small yard into the giraffe yard, which is massive for one zebra. Oh, damn. Living the life of luxury. Treating him good on his old days. Originally wanted to have them mixed with the giraffe and ostrich, but it was a breeding group of zebra. Yeah, that can be difficult. I'm still surprised at the fact that that's going well in Copenhagen. Like, they have all breeding groups on that savannah. Which you may know if you've seen last week's savannah inspiration video. I've also gotten started, by the way, on the meerkat video. So when I'm not feeling like doing the Growing Goes Well video, I'm putting some time into editing that. Gonna take a minute. I'm like 10% of the way done with editing the footage, and then I need to come up with a, like, I do want to make a bit more of a compelling video for this one than I did with the Savannah one, where I just rambled for an hour and a half even. With the meerkat video, I do want to say something. It's going to be kind of an in-between between the old and the new format. The old format being me talking over a bunch of footage, and the new format being me trying to say something meaningful about a selection of zoos. And then with the meerkat, the selection of zoos is going to be all of them, but in the future that won't be the case anymore. At least not for these animals, for which I have hundreds of exhibits. I've been to Reptile Zoo Iguana last week, and welcome surprised, it looked awesome. Some of the enclosures could have been better. Yeah, so what you need to know about Reptile Zoo Iguana is that it is mainly a rescue. So they just don't have the budget for super nice enclosures everywhere. Like, they have a ton more reptiles behind the scenes. As far as I know, at least. That are, like, taken in from rescues. Like, confiscated at the airport, stuff like that, so... How many zoos are in the meerkat video? Over 100. I've only had to leave out, I think, the zoo Eberswalde. I couldn't find the footage of the enclosure. And Dierenpark Amersfoort, I think my footage of that one is lost. So I only had some footage of the meerkats, but I didn't have any footage of the enclosure. Which was a pity. But such is the way, sometimes. At least I still have 100-something other enclosures to show you, so it's not a reason for me to go back to Amersfoort just for that. Who knows, maybe I'll go to Amersfoort. Nah, I don't think so. I was thinking maybe I will go to Amersfoort before I release that video and I can still edit, but I don't see that happening really, if I'm completely honest. $100, 1,100-ish zoos have meerkats. Well, to be fair, the fact that I'm close to 10% of that is already insane. I guess you got a pass. Thank you. There is no a species is dirt common when it's not native to Australia and it's in zoos there. Oh god, that's a good point. I didn't know this was sticking out the top. Don't think I want that. Seen pandas for the first time last month, and they are overrated animals. Yes. Yes, they are. And please be specific. You're talking about giant pandas, I assume. They can be really cute, especially if they have a baby. If they have a baby, it's really, really fun. Like the mom playing with the cub, that is good shit. But that's about it. Okay, over here I do want to be a little careful because I don't want to obstruct this view. So I need to keep this a little bit open because this is a really nice view. So if we put something here, then that's ruined. But we could maybe put something here. That would be cool. Maybe we should put something over here. Yeah. How to get no red pandas, of course. Giant panda bears are giant pandas are bears, not pandas. Read all about it on my brand new signage. I've been to our house like 15 times since they have pandas and only see one move 2 times. Wow, that is impressive. I've definitely seen them eat, at least. Alright. So anyway, we did the fence thing. I'm kind of like continuing to build, but I think I'm going to do this on my own time. Because I'm getting way too hot. So I'm going to wrap it up here. In the next stream, we won't be back in the Nepal area, believe it or not. Because it should be done by then. I literally only have some plants and a red panda habitat to do. So that will definitely be done by next week. At which point I will see if I can scramble together some people to record a video with. It's insane that we've built this so quickly. I mean, to be fair, a lot of it was already done, of course. But still, awesome. We've been working on this panda area for like the past 3 years. So, whoops, that took a bit. Next stream, we will be working in the Australia area, unless I've also finished that by that point. We'll find out, because there's not that much to be done here either, really. It's just this enclosure, technically 2 enclosures. It's kind of a combined 2 enclosures. And then some cleanup over here. This room needs cleaning up. Quite a bit of it, by the looks of it. The platypus needs some cleaning up as well. I don't think we'll get around to redoing this sign. I think I should look up my old version of this sign and put that back. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna wrap up real quick. I really should stop eating spicy food before streams. Where am I? Why don't I just hit end? I'm gonna end it. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Wait, that's the wrong one. Bye-bye! I haven't looked at my member list in a while. I should check if that's still up to date. Because it might... What if we have a new member? Okay, there's no new member. Is it still up to date? I think so. I think so. Wait, where's Jess? Why is Jess not in here? It is not up to date. Why is she missing? That's weird. Maybe she unsubscribed or resubscribed. Okay, let me put her back. This is very interesting footage. This is the cooldown of the stream. I am scrambling to find this folder. Legacy members. No, she's in here. Why is it not showing? Did I not save that? There we go. Fixed. Now just double check that all the names are correct. Yes, yes. Oh, they are gone. But Jody is... Wait, Jody's back. Okay, wait. This is very all over the place. Okay, we have Jody back. Okay, and then yes, yes, yes. I should have done this before the stream, but instead we are doing it at the end. Okay. And Tony is gone. Okay. Now it is up to date. Thank you, members. Oh. Wait, did I get rid of Leaf by accident? I did. That was an accident. No, Leaf, come back. I didn't mean it. You're still loyal. Alright, there we go. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, it's accurate. Does Jess have a place on the wall yet? I think she does. Does she not? What? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna add that. But okay, we're gonna add it. Potty first. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go to the toilet. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.